Eddie. She usually goes with her as her helper, and she just does what Mum said. She sold £200 worth of glass bowls and necklaces, and also she sold most of the stuff to a guy who'd been a buyer for Liberties.
Yeah.
Eddie, this morning you were just fantastic. Eddie, you were looking good, calm, you were serious, just, I mean, isn't it, it's about growing up, but you looked like a new person, like someone who's getting it together, and I was so impressed. One of the things I remember about Eddie when he was little is the relationship he had with my dad. And I don't know if people remember my father, Julian. Yeah. Some of you do. Everybody was here. One of the stories in this week's portion was about Moses, and Moses was taken up the mountain to look at the promised land, but he wasn't allowed to go to the promised land. Dad was allowed to know Eddie, and he was allowed to love Eddie. And there's an amazing picture of my dad with Eddie and Dora when they're this big. And my dad was allowed to know that, but he wasn't allowed to see Eddie become a man and an adult. And that's how it goes. But we have, and I'm so proud of you, Eddie. Really fantastic. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for making it so special. And the most important person here, I think I can say without any doubt, is my mum. When we've got our glasses filled later on, let's drink a drink to my mum. My uncle, where's my Uncle Cyril?
Here.
Alex?
Thank you especially to Miriam, who's hosting the party tonight in her home. A year and a half ago, and Miriam was very ill in hospital, so she couldn't be here. So it feels like a real double blessing and a double joy that she is with us tonight. And then the question came up, when you're in your coffin, and your friends and congregants are gathered around you and mourning over you, what would you like them to say about you? And the first rabbi said, I would like them to say that I was a wonderful husband, a fine spiritual leader, and a great family man. The second rabbi said, I would like them to say I was a wonderful teacher and servant of God who made a huge difference in people's lives. And the third rabbi said, I would like them to say, look, he's moving!
I was very proud of Eddie this morning, and I'm always proud of Eddie. He's very, very sweet boy, but now he's a man. But do you remember when you were a boy and somebody asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up, little boy? And you said, I want to be a teenager. Some poem about the desert. And I was like, oh, about the desert, that's interesting, you know, the silence of the desert. Is there any time in your life where you felt that kind of silence? You know, when I ask my dad a question and he doesn't answer, well, that's the kind of silence that I'm talking about. It's like the silence of an unanswered question.
This isn't much of a speech, but I do just really like to embarrass Eddie at every possible opportunity. So I'm going to do it right now.
You're doing it already, Dad.
Hello, Eddie. How are you? I hope you have a nice evening.
Can I just say, you're looking very, very good.
Woo!
And what's more, you were spectacular this morning in synagogue.
I haven't actually written a speech. But I'd like to say thank you all for coming and welcome and enjoy.
And congratulations, Eddie. My name's Elijah.
My name's Jacob. First of all, you did great in school this morning, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed you singing.
You've become a man now, and even though it doesn't look like it, you're still younger than me.
How amazingly you did in synagogue yesterday. I mean today. Yeah. Okay. And if I was there, I would definitely say the same too.
Deborah's finger. Is that a good idea? No, that would be horrid, wouldn't it?
Okay, and he's coming.
Wow, look at that.
Wow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eddie. Happy birthday to you.
Whoa, that's a big cake. It's pretty decent.